welcome to Love Wins. I hope you're having a blessed and beautiful reality. Guys, I've been sitting here talking to myself and realize I'm out here processing out loud and I should be recording. That's how it be sometimes. Let's clear the energy. This is Palo Santo. I am clearing the energy. Before I press record on these videos, I always clear my space, clear my energy, clear my thoughts, and set the intention that these videos are meant to find whoever they're meant to find as they're meant to find them. I work for the Most High. I am a psychic, intuitive channeler of the divine. And I am a teacher of the wisdom. The wisdom that I have mastered in this lifetime is self. My energy is my own, and I know what's not mine, how to navigate it, how to transmute it, how to purify it. The battlefield that is this spiritual warfare, this energetic battlefield that we exist in. It is, what is the word I'm looking for? I see a navigator truck. It is what's the word, guys? It's manageable. But there are like these waters, these rough seas, these chaotic waters. There's a path. There's a flow. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Crazy few days. Energy is heavy. Projections are heavy. People are popping up, trying to get in my energy. These people, karmic people, all they're doing is reacting, right, to the energy. But when you're about to have a breakthrough, when you're about to leave an entire timeline behind and live in a whole new timeline, people, places, and things unhealed of the past will latch on to come with you, really, because that's energetically they want to come with you, but they don't know that's what they're doing. But they can't, because they have to do their work to vibrationally cross through a vibrational portal of reality, which is what's happening right now. We've been going through a portal of reality. For a while, we've been in this void, this in-between worlds, integrating, shifting, waking up to what everything is, and undoing and unlearning and releasing to see what is and what could be, and just getting to know our consciousness, getting to know the limits and no limits, the zero limit, the zero fields. We have been getting acquainted with the zero fields. You, me, I.e., we, souls ascending. My messages are not for everybody. I had to let go of the fact that I am not a teacher for everybody. I'm a teacher for the teachers. I'm a leader to the leaders. Okay, I've been playing in the wrong demographic. And for me, at the end of the day, it was always about the kids. I light the children because I have a voice that speaks through the manipulation. I am a glitch. I can break the codes, code breaker. That's just part of what I'm understanding that I've been doing, and it makes sense. Like, it makes sense. I have my receipts. You know, when I started Random Acts of Candace, I was in the belief that you have to get followers to build an empire. And I did. I ran around telling everyone I'm building an empire because I just knew that self-love was the way, and that was where I was going. And as I was doing it, I was just supposed to talk about it. I just knew. I answered the call, I got on the path, and I started doing it. And I started rocking a whole lot of boats. And you know what my little boy Jacob at 3 years old taught me about rocking boats? We were on a road trip traveling from Michigan all the way across the West Coast. This was when I stopped in California to see my kids one of the times, and I only saw one of them. He screamed at me, telling me how terrible of a mother I am, and I was crying, and I didn't understand the things that he was saying back then. I was like, right? And then, but my son Jacob on that trip was singing this song, and he got my mom chanting it with him, and we were just riding in the RV. Don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat. And then he would go, monster, don't rock the boat, monster. A 3-year-old Pisces, in touch with nature, the energy, observer of the reality, watching with innocent eyes. A watcher of reality is what these children are, because they come here pure. Do you see the monitoring spirit, little bastard? Get up out of here. They come in pure, and they observe. And what happens is, because they observe and they're not aware, they absorb, and then they become. But at 3 years old, he was telling us what happens, what's going on. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. Monster. 3 years later, 6 years old, don't rock the boat. There's mental health going on. There's addiction going on. There's drugs and alcohol going on. There's stress. There's been multiple deaths. There's been jobs ending, relocations happening, jail multiple times. This is the boat. Don't rock the boat. But 6-year-old Jacob, who is now feeling like, I don't want to eat these pancakes because they taste like throw up. That's what he said, it tastes like throw up. Has developed some kind of eating disorder from being forced to eat too much. And I witnessed it, and I've been in arguments about it. He doesn't stop. Like, he's 2. Don't make him eat 3 pieces of pizza. He needs to eat. He's getting nutrition. Just trust the process. You know, trust the process. No faith in the process. Fear. Purging. Now, child won't eat nothing. It's really hard to get the kid to eat something. And, you know, enter the Florida trip. Dad goes down there to see a girl. She doesn't want to see him. He's in a hotel with a 6-year-old who won't eat his pancakes. And he's like, eat the pancakes. Don't rock the boat. Monster. And I'm a liar. My kid's a liar. It didn't happen. Tell mom it was just a dream. You're fucking with his reality now. He's 6 years old and you're fucking with his reality. telling him what he's seen and experienced isn't real. And y'all want to make this about school. And you want to drag my other kids into this, who are still dealing with their own boats that have been rocked. Monsters that have been woken up because boats were rocked. I rocked the boat. I did. Because when I came into my self-love journey and found my voice in the gift of writing, now I go back and I read my blogs now and I'm like, oh my God, I need to edit this. There are so many grammatical errors. But the words, the way they flow as you read them, it's more like poetry. It's more like creative writing, because it's not, you know, it's definitely not written as a manuscript. And I've been writing all of these years, right? And working on all of these manuscripts that are still unfinished. And another thing, they say I'm never going to write a book, but I've written so many already. I could put everything I have together right now and release a book. I could publish my blog as a book. Like, yeah, to me, I don't care about that. Like, that's a part of me I have released. Like, there's no attachment to it. When I reread my blogs and I see where I was then and where I am now, like, it all makes sense to me. It's like unlocking these layers of myself and understanding the process. And for me, the blog, I just went back today, May 23rd, 2014, I wrote Mental Slavery is Abuse. 2014, we're in 2025, about to be 2026. This is over 10 years ago. I put a picture of Bob Marley up, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. No one but ourselves can free our minds, right? And that was like the awareness I was coming into, that yes, I have been in an abusive relationship. He's what is done has been done. There's nothing I can do about what had been done. All I can do now is free my mind and no longer be in a position of being abused. Like, that's where I was at. That was the awakening. Like, I'm freeing my mind. I need to heal my body. I need to heal my mind. I need to heal my heart. But I can't heal it if you still have condos in my head, right? Like, I was learning that. Learning it. Hold on. 1313, Bella got a call. My star babies. I want to publicly say, if anything happens in the world and those children end up in the system for whatever reason, please, my star babies, my twins, find me, okay? Find me, because I got you. I love you. I'll fight for you. But your parents, they gotta do the work, okay? They gotta free their minds. Mental slavery is abuse. You have to free your mind, and your whole reality can change. But you do have to face everything you're running from, and it's really freaking scary, right? People don't want to do it. So I'm going to take a sip of water, and then I'm going to read Mental Slavery is Abuse from Random Acts of Candace, May 23rd, 2014. Let me drop the volume on that a little bit. Now, this is over 10 years ago, okay? So, please don't judge me on my writing. Hold on. Okay, so, and I'm not reading this because these are the projections. Oh, she's still talking about it. She's not over it. I have been over it. I feel absolutely zero emotions when I think about my ex-husband. I do, okay? I have healed from everything, and I have forgiven him. I pray that he can get on his path of healing and doesn't stay in the energy of unforgiveness, of self. At the end of the day, it's all self. I really am here for the healing. Like, teaching the wisdom is my life purpose. That's what I do. That's what the Most High has anointed me with. That's why I came here. And if this does not resonate with you, you are free to go. You do not have to watch my videos. You do not have to watch my videos at all. That's the beauty of this public platform. They're free. They're here. It's my truth. I am telling the story of the life I lived. So in telling the story, I can release the story, and the story can be healing for anybody in this energy, living these realities, waking up from these traumas, embarking upon a path of healing. This is for you. I don't give two flying fucks how anybody feels about what I'm talking about. It happened to me, I lived it, and I healed from it. I healed from it. And there's a whole lot of people out there that can't heal from it. So God forbid I give them a voice. Sit the fuck down and go heal. And get off my platform. And stop all your negative, like, bad juju stuff. In the beginning of Random Acts of Candace, my story, my online story, had daily views from 3,000 to 5,000. Like, whatever I would share, there's about 3,000 to 5,000 people that would watch it. Now, I went back to work in the industry, so the majority, at least 2,500 people I had met through dancing, through networking. They were other dancers, followers of dancers through that network, and I felt like, and this was literally what I would talk about. Oh, I'm just clickbait. I use what I got to bring them in, so it's like they see my picture, because I would take these sexually expressive pictures that were like, I would use my body to tell the story and then link them with what I was speaking about, and like, it really was working. Like, I would get people be like, oh, I clicked on your picture, but then like I read your blog, and I was waking people up, you know. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and it felt good. Like, I enjoyed what I did. I got gratification from the thank you emails. I got gratification from the people who felt like I was telling their story and telling my story. And that's how I knew I was on the right path, right? That's how you know. And it's like, that's how you know you're on the right path, because what you're doing feels good, and you don't care. It's just, you're doing it, and it's bringing you joy, and, you know, that be the thing they attack. So let's get into the blog. All right, looking back on my 10-year relationship and 7-year marriage, I realized I was a victim of mental slavery. I was in an abusive relationship, and I had no idea. He didn't lay a hand on me ever. The abuse was mental. He played mind games that kept me feeling like I was never enough. I was always making excuses for him when friends and family would ask me questions relating. See, I knew he loved me, and I'm such a hopeless romantic that I believed love would conquer all. And I did. I believed whatever he's going through, I'm going to help him get through it, because love wins. That's what I believed. And I went through a lot from a lot of people because I believe I'll help them get through it. We'll get there together. But sometimes love isn't enough. I'll go back to the beginning to give you all some perspective. I met my husband in junior high school. I had a huge crush on him throughout high school. Like, ridiculous. We were all friends in the same circle. We kissed in the 10th grade and dated one time before he left for the army. He joined the military after high school and I moved to Miami. A few years later, he was getting deployed to Iraq and asked me if I would write to him. So I did. Our love evolved over the months in exchanging letters. A year later, he was coming home and wanted to be with me. He had another wife at the time, but I didn't care. I loved him and he loved me. I wanted the life he sold me in my letters. I didn't care about anything else. We were inseparable at the beginning. And we were inseparable. Like love bombing like a mofo. Okay? He had a very high sex drive, higher than most men. I know this because I've had my fair share of men in my time. I thought at first it was because he was in Iraq for a year without the touch of a woman's body. Things changed when we were living together. Years went on and he still wanted to have sex multiple times a day, even after doing it every day. At first, I would just do it. I faked orgasm after orgasm, year after year, to keep my husband happy. I ended up losing my sex drive because I was sexually burnt out. Slowly, I started telling him how I felt, thinking to myself he was my husband and he would understand. His response was that he wanted to feel wanted, and I didn't want him the way he wanted me. He didn't feel wanted because I didn't crave him. I tried to explain that he didn't give me the time to want him. Does this sound familiar to anybody? I'm reading this back and thinking, wow, I really have moved on, because this is like a whole nother lifetime ago. I remember being in that and feeling that, but it's so foreign. Wow, I've healed that. Like, I really have. God bless anybody feeling this right now, because like, okay, so this went on for years, faking orgasms until I couldn't anymore. Speaking up caused arguments and me feeling guilty for not wanting him. How could I not want him when I loved him so much? I questioned myself over and over again, crying at night when he was sound asleep. I would compensate in other ways when my sex drive was absent. Our house was always immaculate. Dinner tasted restaurant quality, if not better. Y'all, I could cook. I could throw down. The boys were well taken care of, and I always looked perfect upon leaving the house. You would never catch me grocery shopping in sweatpants. Y'all, I got paint on my pants right now, okay? I don't give up. Right now. By this time, I was well aware of his alcohol addiction. I never brought it up because it would be an argument. I tried to trick him into quitting. Working out together worked for 2 weeks. Then I told him that he smelled and tasted so much better when he wasn't drinking. He didn't quit. He just drank more pineapple juice to mask the bitter taste on his semen. Guys, I'm pretty explicit when I write, if you haven't noticed from my videos. Warning. He didn't quit. He just drank more pineapple juice to mask child on board. You gotta close my door, babe. Where was I? Bella had to get some markers and left my door open. All right, pineapple juice. If I wasn't fucking him, he wanted me to suck him. You're my wife. Why should I have to masturbate? Would be his comeback line. Friends and family were concerned about his drinking, and I made excuses for him. He had cheated multiple times, and I always took him back. All I saw was the man I fell in love with. Again, I made excuses for him. I lied to my family, and I lied to myself. I was blinded to the truth. I even gave everything up and moved to Puerto Rico, hoping island life and its magic would fix our broken marriage. It didn't, though. 3 months later, I took the boys and left him on the island. The truth is, I can never be happy with him because he broke me years ago. I need to love myself. I'm finally loving life again, very slowly. I now know, I know who I am now, or at least who I want to be. I'm being true to myself this time. Never again will I let anyone make me feel like I'm not enough. I will never again fake another orgasm. Okay, you know how they say never say never? Faked quite a few orgasms, rocked quite a few boats, and released quite a few flippin' monsters. But I did not. I can say that trauma from loving someone so much that you would completely break yourself to love them. I did make sure I didn't let anyone make me feel not enough. I got in some bad relationships, and I got some doozies out there still trying to do work on my mental, but I know better. Like, I know me and I love me. But there have been some low moments where that was so under attack, and that's the spiritual warfare. Like, they will make you feel like you're not enough because you'll do everything required and you still get hurt, right? You can't prevent that, and you can't block your heart and not love either. So you have to learn how to play the fields of life, the frequency, vibrational reality that we live in. And you're the king, you're the queen. The queen protects the king, but the king, you are the divine masculine and feminine together. Think of a chess field, like the queen works the board to protect the masculine. You're both. Okay, you have the power, but you got to protect that power too. Right? And then you look at it as energy, and you got the light and the dark. And all of the pawns, those are the flying monkeys. They're just trying to protect the queen. They're all working for the same thing. Light and dark, it's still the queen. They just got different beliefs about it. Protect your fucking fortress. You have an energetic field around you. Look up your Merkaba. Look up your aura. Do your research. Go down those rabbit holes and do your research. Nobody can teach you. We can just activate you. We can guide you. We can speak our truth, speak our wisdom, tell you what we've learned. But you, the only way out is in, right? But I love you. Let's see what the Egyptians got to say about this message. And just to confirm how freaking psychic I am, not rubbing it in and all, but like I feel the energy so on point. 2 videos ago, I said my son is in my energy, and I called out what he was thinking about. The next day, I got a message because I said I love you after we exchanged our Merry Christmas type of messages. And he goes, "Is that why you blocked us?" And I knew he was thinking about that, like, she loved us, but why'd she block us? He can't see through the mirror. He's not looking in. Okay, he's in the illusion and confusion and the delusion of the projections of the matrix. His energy is confused. It's hurt. And I have been traumatized from speaking my reality to that energy, and that energy will defend the trauma, and it hurts. So being an empath who's been in that field, I can't react in any way, because then my reaction will be what is at play. Look how you're reacting. You always do this. I always defend myself, right? I can't do that. I can't repeat those cycles anymore, right? So I just send love. I say the same wisdom I'm saying to y'all. When you're ready to understand it's energetically, when you're ready to understand all of the answers are within, your heart has all those answers. And he's gonna get probably really super freaking confused and call me the crazy lady. That's what they called Grandma, the crazy lady. That's what their dad called Grandma, and I didn't like the way their dad spoke to Grandma, and I didn't want that to happen to me. And generationally, it's exactly what happened to me. I'm the crazy lady that they speak to when they gaslight and they abuse. And all they're doing is repeating the behavior that they were programmed to portray, what they've absorbed through the manipulation, reacting from trauma. This matrix is some dark shit, but we don't have to have it be our reality. When we get control of us and we learn how to put up our boundaries and discern, and whatever comes at you, you transmute it, return it, like, it's all energy. So when you get in control of your energy, you get in control of your reality, and then life starts shifting. Leadership. I'm gonna leave you with that. Can you see it? Leadership from Set. What does that say? I need lights. It's so light I can't see it. It looks like it says God of Chain. No, I didn't even put my light on today. Chaos. God of Chaos, of course. And I knew that. And I knew that too. Chaos on Cold Water Road. That's what we're moving through, this chaos. Have a blessed and beautiful reality. Thank your spirit team, guys. Thank your spirit team. I love you. Love wins.